Hey yo guys, this is Jared, aka the Saint of Sins on Xbox Live, and I'm kind of pushing through this one, mostly because I haven't done one in a while, and for that I'm going to apologize profusely right now for not keeping up on a decent enough schedule for you with these videos, simply because, well, to be honest, I don't know how to really go about saying this. You know, it's an awkward thing for me to actually express the kind of dialogue that goes on in my mind that I've had for many years. But here it is. I have constantly been at odds with myself for as long as I can remember. I suffer from depression. I have a very low self-esteem, and I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to explain right now because I'm kind of forgetting the word. I kind of been sitting back drinking a couple of beers just to kind of get myself in the mood to even do this thing right here, because Lord knows, right now I'd probably just be nitpicking at every little thing that I've been doing wrong with these videos, and that's kind of what I have done that kind of turned me off from even doing this video right here for over a week now. The fact that I'm kind of disappointed with my own quality in the production of these videos, and the selection of footage that I'm using right now kind of leads me to think that you know, I'm kind of painting up this ugly image of this channel and of the content that I'm going to be bringing in the future, which is that I'm just a terrible game player who brings up terrible gameplay footage of me doing terrible things, where I constantly and just incapable of winning, you know. I think that the only video that I have up right now on the channel currently running that even shows me winning a game is NBA Jam on Fire online, and that was a close game. But I know that for me this game was a lot easier for me to play over time, because I did manage a huge winning streak. I think the only losses I had acquired before my major big blowout in mid to late December were accumulated through quits or disconnects from the server, you know. And that wasn't me. That's not on my connection, because I've never had that issue of a disconnect in the middle of a game since, well, I want to say since like the Halo 3 days, when my connection was actually considerably weaker. That was before Cablevision decided to up the service package over here. I really don't want to talk too much about the gameplay here, because it's not as important to me, because I mean, you can visually see what's going on in this game. I'm taking on 2 players, and I'm having a difficult time trying to kind of gauge their movements, you know, and kind of get into the rhythm of what made my gameplay style on Road Trip so effective with the Atlanta Hawks, which was busting on the inside rather than trying to take those jumpers, because the AI in this game is successfully good at blocking jumpers, you know, and that's something that I had to really work on comparative to online play, where online it's easy to get jumpers off because the timing of players is usually off, or their placement of their players is usually off. And I'm already starting to burp because of all the beer I've drank, and that's never good, because that means I either have to stop talking and kind of rewind the footage to kind of, I don't even know why I'm trying to explain the process when I'm not going to be doing the process. You know, very rarely I kind of stop myself in the middle of these takes to kind of rewind the footage and edit out something that I didn't think flowed very well, or just didn't add any value to the commentary as a whole. But yeah, the reason I kind of stopped doing the videos for a while there was because I wasn't happy with the quality of the videos that I was putting out. Not just the actual gameplay footage itself, because I know that, you know, I'm actually going to start uploading stuff where I start winning games. You know, it's not all just me sucking horribly. But you know, a part of me was kind of upset with the way things looked. I wasn't happy with the color corrections that I made in the last On Fire edition footage. I kind of used for these projects, what I've been using is what I learned in that shit college that I went to, Westchester Business Institute, back in 2001. Were the programs that I learned there were for my multimedia classes were, you know, Adobe run, you know, for the exception of Macromedia's Flash, which of course now is owned and run by Adobe. For me, then I was running a lot of Adobe Premiere. I recently learned After Effects within the past, I want to say 3, maybe 4 years. And most of that was self-taught. You know, that wasn't something that I learned in college, unfortunately. Even though I think it should have been, considering After Effects is a very powerful program that does some very advanced techniques that for editing and post-production values. You know, like doing the color corrections in After Effects has been so much easier than ever before. When I used to edit my videos on my other channel on just Premiere Pro. Here, you know, I kind of take things a little too far, and in the last On Fire edition, I kind of overplayed with the exposure. I think I ended up using Equalize, and kind of liked how it kind of flattened out the image better. You know, with the whites being really white and high, and the blacks being very dark and low. But I didn't realize that the trade-off on that would be that that on the transition screens where they were supposed to be black, that they weren't pure black. They actually held some hint of color, and therefore we ended up getting a lot of ugly patches of blue kind of sparsed around and that kind of bothered me, and that kind of put me off to doing this for a while, because I wasn't happy with how long I was taking with the videos, how long it was taking for me to record the audio, how long it was taking for me to piece everything together and upload. You know, I just wasn't happy with pretty much everything I was doing here, you know. And then to realize that you know, I'm only placating to an audience right now of like 50 views. You know, that kind of puts you off a bit, you know, when you've done videos where you've gotten thousands of viewers before, and to me, those videos that I did before on my other channel were of such inferior quality to what I can do here, and what I believe I've done here so far. But I don't know. I kind of overthink things. You know, that's my biggest problem. I overthink things to such a degree that, you know, I'm kind of left just arbitrarily hating myself for the sake of hating myself, you know. And it's unhealthy, and I'm seeing, well, I should be seeing a therapist soon. I haven't seen a therapist in almost 2 months now. No, actually, I haven't seen one in 2 months now, because of everything that's happened so far. I recently have transferred from one clinic to another, and that's been just a problem for me to have to endure. Now I'm seeing different people. I'm having to go through different stages, I guess, of a process that I just don't quite understand. I'm not sure I comprehend what it is that that I'm doing, really, because I don't know. It's difficult for me to even speak about, because I really don't know what the process is that I'm going through right now. You know, I understand. I'm seeing a social worker. I'm seeing a psychiatrist. You know, and while I'm seeing these people, I have yet to see an actual therapist to actually speak to, you know, about how to change up my way of thinking, a way of thinking that I've always held since I was maybe 8 years old, and has, you know, left me feeling absolutely hopeless about my own life. And I really struggle to kind of pull myself out of the slums that I mentally drudge myself through every day. And that has more to do with just me being so absolutely negative on life, so absolutely cynical and pessimistic, that I find so many faults in taking a breath rather than trying to find any kind of joy to hold on to. I mean, when I'm asked the question by my social worker and then again by my psychiatrist this past week, you know, about what I enjoy doing, what I find happiness in doing, you know, I break down in tears and can't find an actual answer, because I'm not sure if I find joy in anything. And that's absolutely painful to kind of realize about yourself. You know, you're not sure of whether or not you can actually enjoy anything. You know, I think I enjoy doing videos and editing and bringing you these commentaries, but I'm not sure, because I constantly look at nothing but the negatives involved in this, and it irks me to such a high degree that it leaves me wondering, why do I bother doing anything, you know? And well, I can't drag this out anymore, because this video's already coming short on its finish. And there's really just too much to be said about my state of mental health, you know. So we'll just leave it off here. Hopefully I'll be able to get out another video come tomorrow. Until then, guys, peace out. Take care of yourself. Later.